I don't think anybody should make any serious decisions about who they should spend the rest of their life with until they're at least 30, at least past 25. There's been new research in the last several years that says that the reasoning and decision-making part of your brain doesn't finish developing until you're 25. So any emotional decision that you make prior to 25 is a little bit like throwing a dart at a dartboard. And as a relationship coach, I coach so many clients who come to me in their 40s after having been married for 20 years. And I can't even tell you how many people tell me that they knew on their wedding day that they were making the biggest mistake of their life. And I say to all of them, how old were you when they got married? And most of them were younger than 25. So if you're younger than 25 and you're watching this, I'm not trying to in any way tell you that what you feel and what you think is not valid. It is. It's your feelings. Your feelings are always valid. However, I think 20s, in your whole 20s, is really one of the greatest times in your life because you don't need to have responsibilities. It's like our biology is made up as women in such a bad way that, we're the most fertile when we're young because honest to God, at 35, which is when you start being considered like, a risk pregnancy, is really when I think you'd be the best parent because you have more life experience by then and you know who you are. If you're turning 30, coming into your own in a different way is so amazing. 30 is a phenomenal age, and actually 40 is, you do get better with age. And if you're in your 20s right now, have as much fun as you can. And yes, have loving relationships and learn what you can from those relationships. But don't be in a hurry to get married. Don't be in a hurry to start a family. Learn who you are, figure out who you are. First of all, you'll be a much better parent. And you'll have a much better chance of recognizing who may be right for you for the rest of your life. And then hopefully you only get married once and not be divorced. I mean, look, everybody gets married thinking that it's only going to be once, but you do have a better chance of making that happen if you get married at a later age. So if you're with somebody right now that you think is amazing and you're thinking this is the one, oh my God, we're going to be together forever, and yes, it's a very romantic notion that you're the only person you've ever been with and you've spent this lifetime together, just don't be in a hurry is what I'm trying to say. And even so, frequently people break up and live life a little and go experience other things, and then they come back to each other. Timing really is everything when it comes to a relationship, and sometimes you're with the right person at the wrong time. Because commonality is absolutely what makes a relationship last long term. And that's not that you like to do the same things, that's that you have the same ethics and values and goals. And goals is a big one, especially if you're in a point in your life where you're still sorting out your career or finishing your education and deciding what you want to do. Yes, it's great to have a partner to help you through all that, but sometimes you change. And if your partner's in any way holding you back from discovering who you might really want to be, then that's not healthy for you and it's not good for you. However, frequently, people break up and they go in their own separate direction, and then years later, they get back together and the timing's right now, and it's the best time for them. A friend of mine actually told me that her parents, who were still together, I mean, she's fully an adult, and her parents are still together and very happy together, had been together for a couple of years, and her father broke up with her mother. And her mother was devastated. And he moved away to Europe and was gone for like 3 years. And she moved on with her life and dated other people, but he was kind of the one that got away. And then 3 years later, he kind of popped back up and said to her, will you give me a second chance? And they got back together and they got married. And then they had my friend and her brothers and sisters, and they have a great relationship. And frequently that needs to happen for the timing to be right. Don't underestimate how important timing is. I'm telling you, take this opportunity to go out and learn new things about yourself and date other people and become a better version of yourself so that if you get another opportunity, it'll be an even better relationship.